If you've been dragging through your days despite sleeping well, this video could explain why, and it might not just be stress or overwork. I'm David, and I've spent 2 decades in the health and fitness game, building global brands, working alongside pro athletes, Olympia champions, and even winning a couple little cheeky titles on stage myself. Stick around because in the next few minutes, you'll learn the clear signs of low testosterone, the latest US and Australia stats, and what to do about it. So fellas, let's talk about something every man has felt, and that's tired. Now, we all get tired, long work weeks, late nights, family life, we've all been there. But what if your tired isn't normal? See, there's regular tired, then there's low testosterone tired. One is fixed with good sleep, the other just lingers. The gym, nope. The bedroom, forget it. Life feels like you're moving through mud. We've all been it, mate. Today I'm going to break down the difference, share some eye-opening stats from the US and Australia, and give you the tools to figure out which one you're dealing with. So stick around, because if you're in the 30s, 40s or 50s, this might hit closer to home than you think. So let's start simple. Regular tired happens when you're overworked, underslept, or just stretched too thin. You crash, you recover. But low testosterone fatigue doesn't play fair. You can sleep 8 hours, 10 hours, and wake up feeling like you've pulled an all-nighter. Here's my favorite analogy to explain this. Normal tired is like a phone battery at 20%. Plug it in overnight and boom, you're 100% in the morning. Low T tired, that battery refuses to hold charge. You plug it in, but it always stays red. And it's not just energy, that type of fatigue hits your motivation, your mood, your gym, your drive, even your libido. In other words, it's more than tired, it's your hormones waving the white flag. All right, let's talk numbers, because this isn't rare. In the United States, research shows that 1 in 4 men aged 40 to 70 has low testosterone. By 65, over 60% of men have some level of deficiency. And that's just lab numbers. Symptomatic low T, meaning you actually feel it, is estimated at 6 to 7% of men. We can link the stats, all the links, the citations below. Now, back home here in Australia, it's a similar story. The University of Western Australia meta-analysis found that men with testosterone under 7.4 nanomoles per deciliter, about 213 nanograms per deciliter, were at a higher risk of early death. And under 5.3 nanomole, risk of cardiovascular deaths shot up. Another Australian study even shows 17% of testicular cancer survivors ended up with clinically low T. And the biggest risk factor across the board, higher body fat. So if you're sitting there thinking, nah, that's just for older guys, think again. Testosterone starts to dip after your early 30s, and lifestyle can speed that up. Okay, so what does low testosterone fatigue actually feel like? First, it's persistent. You're dragging through your day even after a good night's sleep. Second, it's actually multi-layered, so you're not just experiencing one symptom at a time. Physical fatigue, gym sessions feel heavier. Mental fatigue, brain fog, trouble focusing. Emotional fatigue, low drive, low mood. Let me paint a picture with another analogy. Imagine your testosterone is your paycheck. Cortisol is your stress hormone. It's that buddy who keeps borrowing your cash. Every time he does, your energy account goes into overdraft. You can't out-nap low T. You can't out-coffee low T. If your energy is bankrupt, it's time to check the books. So what do you do if this sounds like you? Step 1, get your blood work. So check for your testosterone, sex hormone binding globulin, SHBG, free testosterone if you can, and maybe check thyroid and vitamin D while you're at it. Step 2, order your lifestyle. Are you sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night? Are you carrying extra body fat? Are you under constant stress? Step 3, talk to a professional. I'm not saying you need TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, right away, but having the data gives you the options. And fellas, if you're in the US or Australia, you have clear guidelines for when to consider it. Endocrine Society of Australia recommends intervention for consistently low symptoms. U.S. Endocrine Society aligns with a threshold of 300 nanograms per deciliter with symptoms, and there are always natural options to consider. Bottom line, don't self-diagnose. Test, then talk. Fellas, feeling tired isn't always just life. Sometimes it's your hormones waving the red flag. Remember, normal tired goes away with rest. Low T tired doesn't. And ignoring it, that's like letting your car run on empty every single day. If this hits home, share this with a mate who's always complaining he's just tired. And if you want more men's health tips like this, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell. I'm David, and remember, take care of your body, your hormones, and your energy, because your chest, your mood, and your life deserves better.